tonight on Newswatch. A major milestone in East Palestine's cleanup. Plus, the Senate has confirmed a new United States ambassador for Israel. And a taste of winter weather in this Halloween. We'll tell you if this frightfully cold weather will be haunting us this weekend. Newswatch starts right now. A major milestone in Ohio, where the last loads of contaminated soil have been taken out of East Palestine, the site of the toxic train derailment back in February. Good evening, I'm Silver Barker. Welcome to Newswatch. Officials say they'll now move, a farmers market has had their last outdoor market day for this season. The Zanesville Farmers Market held their last outside market opportunity on Saturday and is now moving indoors for the winter season. This Saturday, the market will be held from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Weasel Boy Brewing Company, And now over to weather with a look at current weather.
And for weather here, you could see that over the United States, we're definitely on the more colder side for this Halloween, and especially in the Midwest, we see temperatures those higher 30s, those low 30s here. You can see Pittsburgh 43, but here in Athens, over those past 24 hours, you can see those temperatures didn't really make it up into the 50s today. It just stuck about in the mid to low 40s for the day, and we definitely had those colder temperatures just because of that wind that we're experiencing. You could see that if you're looking outside your window, we're having those lower temperatures up in Columbus, Newark, at about 45, 44, and in Huntington, Parkersburg, they're looking about 46 and 50 degrees. But here in Athens, definitely on the chillier side, we're looking at temperatures right now at 45. You can see that we're going to be having this wind chill throughout these next about 48 hours, that we're going to be experiencing about consistent winds at about 5 miles per hour for today, especially, and tomorrow. So definitely stick with that. But it is definitely going to be on that chillier side here for your trick or treat. If you're already out there, hopefully you bundled up, and if you're going to be heading out there, definitely going to need that bundle up. That temperature high 46 for today, and that temperature low that we're going to be experiencing later tonight of 25. We're going to be definitely having those colder temperatures looking at today and tomorrow, so stick back with us. Let's take that back to Silver.
Thank you. An Athens City Council candidate has announced that she may be in the running for another position as well. Beth Clodfelter is running for an Athens City Council at-large seat and has now announced that she will also be a candidate for the Athens County Treasurer. The position of Treasurer will be open for election in November next year, as current Treasurer Rick Wasserman will not seek a third term. If voters elect Clodfelter as Treasurer, the Athens County Democratic Central Committee will appoint someone to complete the remainder of her term. The deadline to file with the Athens County Board of Elections run is in early December of 2023. Ohio lawmaker officials say they'll now move to phase 2 of the cleanup, which includes monitoring the air to make sure it's safe to breathe. Sia New Yorker has more. Audio going. Sorry for that. We'll get that audio going in just a second for you right there. But in the meanwhile, Norfolk Southern continues to battle multiple lawsuits in the wake of the derailment, including lawsuits from the Ohio Attorney General and the U.S. Department of Justice. The cost of the August special election has increased to $18 million. That's well over the initial estimate from Republican Secretary of State Frank LaRose, who supported that amendment. This summer, Ohio voters defeated an amendment that would have made it harder to change the state's constitution. Lawmakers on the state controlling board approved LaRose's request for $2 million. That means the amendment voters rejected cost up to $8 to $15 million over what LaRose told reporters in March. The state budget included $16 million for the August election. Ohio lawmakers are considering a bill that would add seatbelts to school buses for everyone on board. This bill comes after a fatal crash in August, injuring many and killing an elementary-age student. The bill is scheduled for its third hearing in committee today. Portsmouth is set to receive over $1.5 million for new riverfront developments. These funds were awarded through the Appalachian Regional Commission's Power Initiative. The investment will be used to replace the current cobblestone boat ramp with a new public access boat ramp and boat launch. It will also allow for construction of a parking lot and access road along Portsmouth's riverfront. The senator says these improvements will help support downtown tourism within the Portsmouth community. A farmers market has had their last outdoor market day for this season. The Zanesville Farmers Market held their last outside market opportunity on Saturday and is now moving indoors for the winter season. This Saturday, the market will be held from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Weasel Boy Brewing Company. In Athens, pediatrician has received a special honor today. James R. Gaskell has been a practicing pediatrician in Athens for over 20 years and is retiring today. Mayor Steve Patterson has issued a proclamation that October 31st, 2023 is James R. Gaskell Day in Athens. Gaskell has been recognized for his work within the community as a pediatrician and for his work on health-related programs through several different programs within Athens. He has also won numerous awards, including the Ohio Community Pediatrician of the Year. Still ahead, religious tensions are high in the United States, and the United States has named a new ambassador for Israel.
And for weather, how we might be seeing temperatures in the teens looking at tomorrow. Definitely going to have a cool down. I'll be getting into that next.
Mitch McConnell insisting there's no reason for him to step down.
The powerful senator.
There's nobody who's more focused on political conquest.
An uncertain future.
Concern is growing for the 81-year-old leader.
He's a leader in a party that he doesn't really know. How long do they want him to do that?
And his legacy.
That's the big accomplishment, getting more conservative judges on the federal courts.
He had the power to do it, and so he did.
Tonight at 10 on WOUB.
This title, chaplain. Getting your workout on? Yes, sir. We'll get down there with you.
People come to us with the things that normally burden their soul.
Remember, you were trying to become the first female Muslim chaplain.
It's imperative to have somebody say, I see where you're coming from. It's in my DNA to help you.
Monday at 10 on WOUB.
The Cartober fundraising drive is on. Help give back this month by donating your used car, truck, RV, or boat to our station. Donating is easy and it's tax deductible. Just call this toll-free number. Schedule your free pickup, we'll tow it and give you a donation receipt. Can't donate a car? Spread the word by telling your friends or family and using the hashtag Cartober2023. Learn more by calling this toll-free number or visiting us online.
It is hard to pull yourself away.
Those details are wonderful.
This is just something that you don't find. It's the sort of find of a lifetime.
Our spies explore how ocean creatures feel.
Humans started to modify the landscape in a way that we've never done before.
It's not just a skull anymore. I'm staring at a face from thousands of years ago.
Wednesday on WOUB.
Sorry for those technical difficulties, but it looks like we finally got you those details on the wreck cleanup in East Palestine. Officials say they'll now move to phase 2 of the cleanup, which includes monitoring the air to make sure it's safe to breathe. Sia, New Yorker, has more.
It's been almost 9 months since East Palestine changed forever.
Honestly, it's been a bit of a roller coaster.
As the city and the people are still recovering, the first round of cleanup nearly completed. More than 170,000 tons of contaminated soil removed from the derailment site.
We're finishing up the bulk removal of bulk contaminants out here. All the excavation is complete. What you see here in the background is we're hauling off the last of the contaminated soils from the site.
To date, Norfolk Southern says it has poured more than $96 million into the community since that fateful February night.
I can't tell you how to assuage somebody's fears. I've been out here since February 4th. I've been out here on site. I've been in the creeks. I've been in the water. I've been out here on the site, walking up and down the site in the holes with all these workers out here. The science is what it is. You trust the science. The science says that we're getting it, and we've gotten it all.
Bob Scoville, Norfolk Southern's manager of environmental operations for the area, says now they move into phase 2. That means retesting the soil to make sure there aren't any toxins, continuing to monitor the air so it's safe to breathe. But some in the community are skeptical.
We're here for the long haul. We're not going anywhere. We care about the town. We're committed to making it right. We're committed to doing the right thing for the town, for the community. So we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here.
Norfolk Southern continues to battle multiple lawsuits in the wake of the derailment, including lawsuits from the Ohio Attorney General and the U.S. Department of Justice. As disturbing and worrying episodes of anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim hate take place in America, the FBI director issued a stark warning, telling the nation the war in the Middle East could inspire extremists in the U.S. to carry out more attacks against Americans. It's all happening against a backdrop of Jewish students fearful on college campuses, with vandalism and violent rhetoric raising alarms from law enforcement. Mike Valerio has the latest.
A string of alarming hate incidents and a climate of fear emerging in America. A Virginia survivor of the Holocaust stunned.
When we said never again, it means never again, and we see it happening again.
Anti-Semitic threats, vandalism, and outbursts across the U.S. are now being reported. The FBI director and Secretary of Homeland Security both described new threats to the homeland since the latest war between Hamas and Israel began.
In the days and weeks since, we have responded to an increase in threats against Jewish, Muslim, and Arab American communities and institutions across our country.
The nation's largest Muslim civil rights group, CARE, reports a threefold increase in complaints about anti-Muslim violence. FBI Director Chris Wray warned the tense environment could lead to attacks at home.
Here in the United States, our most immediate concern is that violent extremists, individuals or small groups, will draw inspiration from the events in the Middle East to carry out attacks against Americans going about their daily lives.
At Cornell University, one person is in custody after online posts encouraged people to kill Jews and attack a dining hall for Jewish students.
For my family last night, we had a discussion whether it's safe for me to be on campus or whether I should come back home.
New York's governor after meeting with students.
Some are fearful now of attending class or eating in the kosher dining hall. And I promise them that the state of New York would do everything in its power to protect them.
Concerns nationwide that vitriol may morph into unspeakable violence. I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Today, the Senate confirms a new U.S. ambassador to Israel. Former U.S. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew is taking on the role despite strong objections from Republicans. GOP members criticized the choice because of Lew's involvement with the Iran nuclear deal during the Obama administration. Ahead of today's confirmation vote, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer endorsed Lew, saying it's important to fill the vacancy amid the current conflict in Gaza. Schumer said Lew has a proven record as a public servant and is a, quote, ferocious ally of Israel, end quote.
And for weather here in Athens, currently if you're out there trick-or-treating or if you were out there trick-or-treating, you can see that we've had those colder temperatures today with that wind chill also being affecting us here in Athens. We've definitely been on the chillier side here with those high temperatures today. Only about 46, definitely on the chillier side than we've been experiencing these last few days. And that temperature low that we're going to be experiencing tonight of 25. You're going to see those partly cloudy skies. We also might be experiencing a quick little dusting of some rain or some snow in here a little bit. A couple of flurries here and there won't be affecting us too much. It's still that just a little bit of a slight chance, but we might be seeing that rain chance tonight. Just a quick sprinkle before about 11 p.m. Looking at these last 24 hours of this national weather, you could see that we did have a little bit of a pop-up here and there looking more into last night. But as this high pressure system came and settled in, looking at today, we've had those a little bit on the cloudier side, but as we're looking into tomorrow, we're going to be a lot drier. The only thing that might be giving us that kind of rain chance is this low pressure system that is giving parts of Chicago and Wisconsin and Michigan some rain and snow right now. So that might be affecting us just a little bit looking into tonight. But other than that, we're looking pretty dry for these next couple days. Tomorrow, those mostly sunny skies, that temperature high of 44 degrees only about tomorrow. With that combined, we're going to have those windy conditions, so definitely going to be a lot colder than it's going to actually be, just with those wind chill advisory, not any kind of advisory, but it is going to be on the windier side. That temperature low, we're going to be looking at that tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. So that temperature low of 21 with that wind chill, we're going to be looking at that high teens combined with that wind chill for your morning commute. So definitely going to want to bundle up tomorrow morning. That high pressure system is coming into the area, so we won't have to worry about that too much. It's definitely going to be on the drier side here tomorrow. Looking at tomorrow night, we're still going to be on that drier side, so any kind of temperature difference that you're going to be feeling is going to be pretty dry here in Athens in Southeast Ohio. Looking on Thursday, the only thing that I'm worried about going into this weekend is this low pressure system that is building a little bit of a band that we would be seeing later into the week. We're not going to be seeing that anytime soon. It's going to be more like Thursday, not Thursday. We're going to look more on Sunday, Monday, and maybe even Tuesday, having those slight chances of rain. But here in Athens and in Southeast Ohio, going to be on the drier side definitely these next few days. We're also going to be experiencing tomorrow very cold, but after that we're going to be getting a little bit of a warm up. You can see that in this 3-day outlook. We're going to have that temperature high on Thursday of 51 and on Wednesday of 58. And going into this weekend, definitely going to be getting a little bit on the warmer side. And then looking at Tuesday, we're going to have that chance of rain at 50%. Definitely going to be warming up these next couple of days, but not too much to feel a lot like fall here in Athens for these next 7 days. Hopefully this weekend you have a pretty good time.
Thank you so much for that. Hopefully I have a good time too for a weekend. Now we can take a look at our national weather. A chilly blast from the north is blanketing much of the U.S. this Halloween, making temperatures fall to scary levels for trick-or-treats this year. John Lorenk reports.
Millions of children may want to bundle up beneath their costumes this Halloween.
We have a lot of cold onesies, so they have it's almost like a pajama. And they are like animals and different characters. The trick is to use a bigger costume so they can put more stuff underneath.
A blast of bone-chilling air from Canada has cast its spell on the U.S., bringing unseasonable conditions across much of the east and parts of the south this All Hallows Eve. For example, temperatures were in the 80s in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. over the weekend, but they'll only reach the low 50s on Tuesday. Cooler than usual weather will also be seen in Atlanta, New Orleans, and Dallas, and some cities in the Midwest won't get out of the 30s.
Now, the good news is that high pressure may bring the cold, but it will also keep it dry for many trick-or-treaters.
So while millions will be braving blustery weather as they take part in Halloween,
absolutely long sleeves. I am more of a mask person.
Others will be able to collect their candy and chocolate without dealing with this early winter-like blast.
The West Coast, however, is the real winner this Halloween, with near normal temperatures and nice and dry for trick-or-treating.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
How to stay safe outside this Halloween. That story's still ahead. And for the latest from Newswatch, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
I warned you that if we took his money, it would be in his debt.
I had no choice about that.
There is always a choice. Where is he?
Where's who?
Nish.
I don't trust him.
He has a network, resources.
I got entangled with some Italian Americans.
You find a way to get my employers what they want.
I think I have a solution. Are you trying to get me killed? Leave the spirits to the big boys.
Sunday at 8 on WOUB.
On Masterpiece.
You mustn't make a sound. There are ears everywhere.
Your enemy now looks like your friend. It's murky and it stinks, but this is the fight now.
Our loyal service does not merit a salute.
Sir,
You will discipline your men or you will all face the consequences.
we hold the line at all costs.
What is he doing?
World on Fire on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 9 on WOUB.
Remember? First impressions.
This is just the beginning.
To a change in fortunes.
I'm awake. I feel like I've opened my eyes. The world is changing.
I think we should take it to the next level.
I thought that was rather jolly. So much fun.
You make a good team. And what will you tell the child when they ask where their dad is?
There's a war. I'll tell them you're dead.
If we can find him, we'll get him.
I'm here to make sure justice gets done. I really love you more than anything.
It's really loud.
Shall we?
Fortune favors the bold.
It feels more like the start of something than the end.
On average, children are more than twice as likely to be hit by a car and killed on Halloween than any other day of the year, according to the Safe Kids Worldwide organization. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to help prevent safety scares this holiday.
It's time for carved pumpkins, costumes, and candy. But before you head out this Halloween, make sure your trick-or-treaters stay safe.
You want to make sure that you are very, very well seen. Have some sort of reflective tape both on your costume itself, but also on your outerwear.
Before you go out, the American Red Cross says to also remove anything on a costume that may cause a child to trip and to be aware of fire hazards.
Some of the materials that are used for costumes are actually flammable. So stay away from those really beautiful jack-o'-lanterns that so many folks will have on their properties and on their front stoops.
Older kids should let parents know their trick-or-treat route, while younger children should only go to well-lit homes with an adult.
If there is a porch light on, or maybe folks have a presence in the yard, in the driveway, that is your sign to know to be able to come up and visit.
Walk on sidewalks, not in the street, making sure to look both ways before crossing. And those handing out candy can help children stay safe by securing pets.
And of course, having people visiting with masks and unfamiliar costumes can be a little scary. So the more you can kind of prevent your pet from being in that situation, the safer it is for everyone.
Finally, make sure an adult examines the candy before it's consumed.
To remove anything that could cause allergic reactions, to remove anything that may be something you're not familiar with, or any kind of choking hazards for younger children.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Red Cross says anyone welcoming trick-or-treaters can also help protect them from falls by lighting the area well, sweeping leaves and other trip hazards from your driveway or sidewalks, and cleaning your porch and front yard of obstacles. Inflation has been tricky for households and the Federal Reserve to manage, and it's also boosted the price of Halloween treats. Karen Kafa is in Washington with the economics behind your Halloween bucket.
Halloween spending is booming. The National Retail Federation estimates Americans' overall Halloween spending will top a record $12.2 billion, surpassing pre-pandemic levels.
Trick or treat!
That, of course, includes Halloween treats, and the National Confectioners Association says it is a big day for the industry.
Halloween is what we like to call the confectionery industry's Super Bowl. It is a time when chocolate and candy play a really important role for so many Americans across the country.
But Americans are paying more to fill treat bags.
Supply chain and inflationary challenges have been incredibly well documented, and every industry is impacted by it.
Analysis of grocery prices by Data Assembly found candy and gum prices up 13% in the last 12 months. There are some unique factors at play. Cocoa prices have spiked in the last year. Crop yields were low due to disease and heavy rain in Ivory Coast, the world's leading cocoa producer. Sugar prices have also surged, in part because of drought conditions in India and Thailand. Still, confectioners estimate Halloween drives about $6 billion of their sales each year, the price
Happy Halloween
of sweet tradition. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Superheroes come in many shapes and sizes, and these ones are showing off their Halloween spirit. But first, here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
What? On Finding Your Roots,
Jim Acosta,
Your preconceived notions of where you came from, who you are, doesn't mean squat.
and Van Jones.
I knew that my dad's side of the family had a rougher path.
Finding a founding family in Cuba.
I wonder if they even know. I'm sure they don't know.
And a DNA match.
You would never guess in a million years. That's nuts!
Tonight at 8 on WOUB.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, we're chugging our way back to Chattanooga for a new hour of Vintage Roadshow.
That's amazing. That is truly amazing.
When my sister sees this, she's going to wish she had gotten the doll instead of...
The details are fantastic, and it makes me thirsty.
Can you guess which values went up, down, or stayed the same? Find out next time on Antiques Roadshow, Vintage Chattanooga, Hour 2. Monday at 8 on WOUB.
You remember when I was 5 years old, you changed my name. You were wrong. They wanted me.
It was the right thing to do.
You're a criminal, Mom!
Where are you trying to go?
Don't actually know. We were adopted.
Follow me.
My name's Beijing.
I'm your brother.
Welcome home, Beijing.
Thursday at 9 on WOUB.
Spiritually, mentally, physically, just do your best. Never give up. Our people never gave up.
I'm building my own path and making a new path for other women.
When tribes are saying, let's get together,
You do what you need to do for your people.
we're more powerful together.
Tonight at 9 on WOUB.
It's tough to be sick on Halloween, especially for kids. But a group of window washers stepped up for the holiday and showed up to a children's hospital in Pittsburgh to cheer up the child patients. They dressed as superheroes, except instead of fighting crime, they're fighting grime on the windows of UPMC Children's Hospital. They've been at the hospital every Halloween for nearly 10 years and show no signs of stopping anytime soon. And taking a look at, so I just want to talk about that. I think that is so amazing. I mean,
it's like so
the
cute.
Fighting grime and not the crime. I mean, that is like awesome.
Little pun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely makes kids feel a lot better, especially being at the hospital on
Oh yeah,
Halloween.
it's not fun being sick. I don't think I've
No.
ever had a chance where I couldn't go out trick-or-treating because I was sick. I would cry if I was.
I would cry.
Sorry, that's probably not good. But those children are definitely having fun with those the people showing up, so that's awesome.
Now let's take a look at trick-or-treating weather out there. You can see currently if you're out there, 45 degrees with that wind chill of 42 degrees. Definitely going to be feeling that wind chill throughout the next couple of days. You could see that tonight, that overnight low of 25. We're going to start feeling those chilly temperatures as soon as within the next couple hours. It's going to be slowly, quickly getting colder and colder as the night goes on. So if you have any Halloween night plans, definitely bundle up for them with those partly cloudy skies. Looking at tomorrow, we're going to feel about the same as today, if anything a little colder. Those mostly sunny skies just because of that high pressure. It's going to be pretty out there, but it's definitely going to be on the cold side with that temperature high only at 44 and that temperature low of 21. These next couple of days we're going to have a little bit of a warm up, but it's still going to be those drier conditions, so definitely going to be feeling a lot like fall out there. Definitely going to be needing to bundle up these next few days. And then looking at this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, gonna warm up a little bit more, and then Monday, that's whenever we're going to start having a little bit chance of showers. And once those showers come in, we're going to start getting colder again. So definitely feeling a lot like fall to start off your November.
All right, well, that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org or follow us on social media. We leave you with a look outside of Athens.
Support for PBS NewsHour is proudly provided by Luke S. Frazier. Support comes from